Check 1, 2. Good evening, Sven.
Good evening, Professor. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good.
Excellent.
It's a nice day out today.
Oh, I love it. My dog has been going nuts. My wife took him for 2 walks today, so he was loving life.
Oh, I bet he was.
Hopefully he crashes tonight then.
He probably used up a lot of his energy on all the walks that he had today.
I hope so. I hope so. Oops, got to make that visible. There we go. My computer is going wackadoo, so I got to turn off the video, otherwise it may not let me do anything. Good evening, Yusuf.
Good evening, Professor.
How you doing tonight?
Not bad.
Excellent.
How about yourself?
Not too bad.
That's good. Enjoying the weather?
Love it.
Yes. Feel like summer again.
Yeah, it's everybody was looking at me funny yesterday in church because I wore my shorts to church yesterday. They're like, it's cold out. I said, no, it's not. It's above freezing.
Today it was warm.
It was
I'm
beautiful.
wearing my shorts today.
Oh yeah. Hey Tim. Hey, good evening, Rashad. Good evening, Susmita.
Good evening, sir. Hello.
Yes, gotcha.
Hi, how are you, sir?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And
Excellent.
how is ma'am doing?
What's that?
How is ma'am doing? Is she doing well?
Yeah, doing good.
Perfect, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Connor, how are things in Italia? Connor, can you hear me? Andrew? Hi, Dolly.
Hello.
How you doing tonight?
Doing good. Able to enjoy the weather for a little bit today.
Nice. There's Danielle hoping the lakes get open up a little bit better quickly. And then she's gone.
Hi, Todd. Hi, everyone.
Bamsi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Excellent, thank you.
Perfect.
Connor, can you hear me? Ah, there you are. Okay. How are things in Italy? Danielle is back and still probably looking for the lakes to open up. Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
Hi, Sayed. Out enjoying the evening.
Good evening, Professor.
Good evening. I almost said good morning. Japers, criminy. 6, 9, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would be 12. Who am I missing? Oh, no. Just give it one more minute here. All right, guys, we'll get going here. I don't plan on being long. I appreciate you guys joining tonight. I'd have my camera on, but my computer's going a little wackadoo tonight, and if I turn it on, I have a feeling I'm going to lose my audio. So anyway, I will begin grading all of your stuff that was due yesterday, starting tonight when I get back upstairs, and we'll start getting on that stuff. Hopefully everybody saw my announcement about where class is going to be next week, or that from here on out. Please hit your raise your hand button if you saw that, please. Just want to make sure everybody got it. Danielle, Dolly, Rashad, did you happen to see that? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so make sure you join us over at the Reese Building on next Monday. So it's across the way over there. I'd suggest you get there a little early, because it's not the easiest place to get to with all the one-way roads. So I'd suggest you get there early. Make sure you grab the right elevator. There's only one elevator that takes you up to the 9th floor. When you get off the elevator, you're gonna take a left, and then take a left down the hallway. Your badge may or may not work to let you into the room or into the reception area. If it doesn't work, just ring the doorbell and we'll come and get you. So it's a really, really nice room. One problem, and I don't know if they've got it fixed yet, is there is no guest internet. So we weren't able to log on to the internet up there. They're hoping to get that fixed for us. So that's the only real drawback, but it's a really nice room. So plan on being there for the rest of the time. Also, again, plan on next week, Monday, and the following week, Monday, I think that's the 4th. Both the 28th and the 4th, we're going to be in the classroom. And then the next 2 weeks, the 11th and the 18th, we're going to be online. Okay, just keep that in mind. Any questions about that? Okay. And again, I am very appreciative of you guys allowing me to swap dates like that. I really appreciate it. All right, so were there any questions from week 1, getting the overview of information security? None. either I did a really awesome job or nobody's listening. Could be the opposite, could be that second one. So, all right, I'm going to share my screen here. I'm going to attempt to share my screen here. And we're going to pull up my Firefox. Let me know when you guys can see okay.
Yes, I can.
Looks good.
Okay, good. So this week, you're going to be looking at, and I apologize, I didn't get session 2 opened up right away, but I got session 2 and session 3 all visible to you guys. Well, actually, I've got most things visible. And let's see, week 3, you don't need the discussion boards. So week 2 and 3 are both open to you guys now. But for this week, we're going to be looking at governance and compliance and strategic planning. And governances and compliance are 2 really big topics going on in industry right now. It's gotten a lot of notice at the board level of our companies. They've come up with compliance committees and so on. And so it's a big deal dealing with governance and compliance. So your book, where you're reading, is on chapters 2 and 3, management of information security, and it's basically talking about governance. So governance is the framework that you set up for an information security plan and program, not a plan, but a program. It's used for helping guide you through the process. Now, one of the biggest ones out there is ISACA. ISACA is where you get the CISM, CISA credentials. So there's all of their credentials: CISA, CRISC, CISM, CGET, CSX, and so on. You can also get certificates in COBIT or cybersecurity audit, IT risk fundamentals. CSX is cybersecurity, their cybersecurity certificate program, which is kind of cool. I've been thinking about going for. But one of the other things that ISACA has, besides the credentialing, is COBIT. Now, COBIT is what they built as a framework for governance and building a information security program, or helping you build that program. And so there's a lot of information out here that you can take a look at. So they've got the COBIT 2019 toolkit. I'll just save that, and we'll pull that up here real quick. So let's look at the FAQ. So COBIT, like I say, is one of many different types of systems. So yeah. Says I got low resources here. So let me share, because I know I'm not sharing the PDF file. So let me go out and share that. I wouldn't share the whole screen, it's just easier. There we go. So COBIT is one of the governance management models that are out there. And it defines components and design factors to build and sustain a best fit governance system. So trying to come up with how you want to manage and govern your programs is a big deal. And if you've never put one in before, and your company has never had it, give you an example. I was interviewing for a company here in the Twin Cities. It's been around for over 100 years. Big place. And they had never put in a security program like this before. And so they were starting to do that and build up their security force. My company made it worthwhile for me to stay, so I just stayed. But it'd be kind of interesting going into an organization that's never had something like this and build it from scratch. So COBIT has been around for quite a while. It was first published in 2012. COBIT 5 was. The COBIT 2019 framework, which is the latest and greatest that they've had, has been around, of course, since November of 2018. But it gives you all of the concepts of what governance is. It tells you what management and governance example are objectives, and 40 core governance and management objectives. That's huge. So if I go into this, I think there's a, yeah, there we go. Make that a little bigger. Not that we'll be able to read it. No, that kind of sucks. Let's see here. Where was it? All right, so this is a good introduction right here to governance. Governance is set at the board level. This is at the top where they set all of the conditions, options are evaluated, determined. They set the enterprise objectives. They set the priority and decision-making processes, and then they ensure performance and compliance are monitored against the objectives. That's the board's piece of it. This is the first time really that we've actually had something go up to a board level when it comes to this type of stuff. Down here in management, this would be where the compliance piece of it would be. We'd plan, build, run, monitor activities in alignment with what the board set as goals. So that's what we want to follow on. So what is COBIT? It's a framework that allows you to start building that. And again, that's one of many. There were, where is it here? So here are some other governance programs that are out there. The IG Maturity Model, National Association of Australia, Duke Law, Duke University's Law School has their Information Governance Reference Model. Of course, ISACA with COBIT, Information Government Process Maturity Model, Dataversity. So you see there's a number of different ones out here. Framework for Healthcare Information and Governance. So you can find that in a lot of different places. So you're going to read about that in the book. It's a rather, again, it builds off of what you did last week or what you read about last week. But now it's going to start getting into the actual nitty gritty of that whole thing. So I think it'll be a good overview for you. And then you're also going to get into looking at compliance. That's a big thing now, especially if you're dealing with governmental regulations. So for example, if you're dealing with like the Federal Reserve Board, like my company does, or the FFIEC or Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you deal with any of the banking industry, healthcare industry, all of that has government operations in there, and compliance is a really big thing because you get audited and you want to make sure that you're complying with all of the audit structures that are out there. And you're also going to get into strategic planning a little bit, and that kind of goes along with what we talked about last module with the strategic communications piece of it, where you have to have a strategic communications plan. Well, we also need to have a strategic plan when it comes to information security. So that's what you're going to be looking at there. It's a very important portion of the module, because without a strategic plan, you're just jumping from fire to fire. You need to be able to look forward 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years out the road, and make sure you've got a plan in place on how to keep ahead or try and keep ahead of the bad guys. What I told my cyber defense class was, it's like we're playing a chess game. And in this chess game, we're not trying to win, we're trying to get to a stalemate. And if we can get to a stalemate, that's a win for us. That means the bad guys haven't been able to get in. So they move, we parry. They move, we parry and think ahead of what they might do. So it's a game of chess that we want to get that stalemate in. The other part you're going to look at is cutting edge security models and practices. This is going to be interesting for you, I think, because you're going to see some of the ways that we manage cybersecurity in today's day and age, and how we can keep ourselves safe. It is unprecedented times right now with the stuff going on in Ukraine with Russia, and Belarus, I guess, is talking about joining into it now. It has brought every hacker under the sun out from under the woodwork, and they are all trying to bust into everything. We are getting hammered at my company. We've actually had spear phishing attacks and phishing attacks that are spoofing our own internal emails, which is something new for us. Now, one of the things, oopsie. Now, one of the things that we have available to us that we sign up for is there we go, infraguard.org. So InfraGard is a partnership between the FBI and private sector, and they post things that are going on in the world out here. And let's see if I can get signed in. I think I need to change my password. Yeah. Let's see, what is my username? tbogey005. Sorry about this. You get to see. And to get into this, you have to go through and you have to go through a background check and all sorts of crap to get access to this, but it's pretty cool. Edit, generate. Invalid characters. Oh, can't have the tilde, that, okay. Well, that's not very nice. Oh, I had a tilde. Go out and generate a new one. I'll be going out and changing this afterwards anyway. All right, so what do we have in here? InfraGard is very cool because we can actually go in and look at publications that come out or alerts. Oh, no alerts. So Russian state sponsors, you can look at these things. They've put out a vulnerability in the print spooler called Print Nightmare, which you got to be patching for. So, you know, there's all sorts of different things in here, but there are different places that you can go to, which allows you to try and make sure that you're secure, you know, figure out what's going on in the world. And so general intel reports, for example, the Cyber Shield. And this is all coming through the FBI. So we could get all sorts of information from them. British Cybersecurity Agency took down 76,000 online scams. That's pretty good. Department of Energy is focused on America's supply chain challenge. God knows we need that. And so on. All right. So that's one of the things that you can get into when it comes to security practices. So you're going to read about that. Discussion boards, you got to do your discussion boards this week. You're going to pick one of these three. What's the definition of security governance? How is it conducted? In an organization using different tools, models, concepts, and strategies. And reviewing the controls on page 84 of CISM provides some examples beside what is offered there that would be outcomes of one of those controls. So the CISM book, and I don't know why he didn't have that up here. Course essentials. Or was it in here? Oh, I love Word. It's so speedy. Yeah. Don't press smiles. Oh yeah, so it does have the other book in here. And yeah, so the link here is incorrect for the book, for the Management of Information Security book. This one goes to the Principles of Information Security book. And I apologize for that. I will get after Randy about that. But you should be looking for the Management of Information Security book from the same author. And oh, no. So it's the same author, but it's called Management of Information Security. That's the book you should be getting, not Principles of Information Security. So make sure you look for that book if you haven't got the book for some reason yet. If you bought the wrong book, I apologize. You know, I don't know why he's got the wrong link in here. And Tim, thank you for letting me know that. I've got to get that fixed in here. The other book is the CISM Certified Information Security Manager, all in one. So if I look for that, going to be redirected, yay. And that would be this one, first edition. And that's the book that you should be getting, because you're going to need that if you do, go back here. Display. If you do discussion question 2, you're going to be looking on page 84 of the CISM book. Let me get here. So if we go into the book and we look at page 84. Common standards and frameworks. Here's some that you can look at. So the question was, reviewing the controls on page 84, provide some examples besides what is offered there that would be outcome of one of those controls. So if we go back here, here are some of the controls that are out here that you can look at. So go through those controls, and you're going to provide some examples of what that would be and the outcomes. The last one is, what is the difference between compliance, law, and ethics? There should be a comma in there between compliance, law, and ethics. There's 3 different topics there. So you got to do discussion board questions. Your reply is due by Thursday. Your 2 cohort replies are due by Sunday. Last thing you got to do is the old paper as usual, security governance paper. And you're going to write a paper discussing what's the purpose of security convergence. We talked about this last week a little bit. You know, so briefly describe a real life project you researched where security convergence was achieved, realizing at least 3 of the benefits below. So you want to choose 3 of these benefits and talk about a project that you may have been a part of, or you'd like to be a part of, or one that you've heard of, that at least 3 of these benefits were realized. 6 to 10 pages, you might be able to do it in 5. You know, I'm not worried about the page numbers, just make sure you get the topic out. And again, when we're talking about the citations, if you can find a scholarly one, cool. If not, make sure you use 3 or 4 or 5 from reliable sources when you're going out to look for things. All right, that's due by Sunday. And then week 3, of course, we're going to be back in the classroom, and we're going to talk about, come on. Security policies and program development, and then cutting edge security models and practices. We're going to continue on those types of things. All right. So that's what we're going to do in the classroom. I'm hoping to maybe show you some stuff next week, Monday, on some of those tools. It depends on what my internet connection is like in the room. So we'll see what we can do there. All right. I went through a lot. Do you guys have any questions? Nothing. Okay.
I got a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead, Andrew.
Is there a way you could like paste the link for like the right textbook that we need?
Yes.
I was pulling up the rubric. It looks like I think it's the old one. So
Yeah, let me do that right now, as a matter of fact. Go out and find it. Let's see here. I'll paste it in the chat for everybody. Where the hell did it go? There it is. Never find the thing. All right. Copy. All right, so let's go to the store. All right, going into the chat right now. Somebody or Andrew, can you give that a try and let me know if it pulls up the right thing for you?
yeah, I think we're good here. Let's see.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we're good.
I don't know what the difference between reflowable and format fixed is, but I have no idea.
Who knows? Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll get that fixed in the syllabus too. Anybody else? All right. All right, guys, appreciate you joining tonight. I hope you have a great week. Connor, travel very carefully, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time in Italy. Thank you for joining, and we will talk to you guys next week, Monday, in the Rees building, ninth floor, 913 Bravo B. Okay, if you run into problems, give me a text or call or something if you get lost, and I can try and help you get there. So have a great week, guys. Good to see you.
Thank you, Professor.